welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Priscilla and this is the Carnivore Journey. If you are new to my channel, I just want to say hello and welcome. And if you have been following along with me on this wonderful journey, I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support. I definitely could not do this without each and every one of you. I have a wonderful show with so much information and I just can't wait to get straight into this video. So let's just get started. So as you can see, I've been busy this week. I changed up a few things on the set because as I was looking at the set last week, I said, we need to revamp. This is a new year, and I am definitely getting into the fall season. Yes, before you come after me, I know that we still technically have 2 weeks left of summer, but up here, it is fall for me. And I can feel that the weather is starting to get cooler. And when I go shopping, I can see all the fall decor and of course, all things pumpkin and pumpkin spice. So as you all know, and if you've been following this journey with me, you know that this is my most favorite time of the year. This is when I started Carnivore about this time last year. And we are getting into the holiday seasons and I can't wait. I love all things fall, all things winter, and I'm very excited. So as you can see, I bought a new throw blanket and I got some new beautiful sunflowers. So that is one thing that I wanted to change for September. Also, I've been very, very busy. We still have 2 kids at home, and then of course we have grandbabies and we are very busy with them. They are very much involved in our life, and our granddaughter came over and spent the night, a couple of nights this week with us. So she keeps us on our toes and we love it when she's here. And then of course my kids are busy with band and choir and just all things school related. So we are constantly on the go. So last Sunday it was nice to just take a break, pump the brakes for just a couple of hours, and we went and had a date night. Well, a date in the afternoon, whatever you want to say. We went to the matinee and we saw Beetlejuice. And yes, Beetlejuice is very nostalgic for me because I remember watching Beetlejuice as a kid. My dad went to the video store, rented it, and we watched it as a family. So of course, I had to go out and see Beetlejuice too. Needed to represent, so I wore my Beetlejuice shirt and my Beetlejuice high tops. So it has definitely been a fun, but definitely productive week. And before I wrap up what I've been doing this week, let me tell you one last thing. I got an amazing job opportunity at my job, and just like anything new, it takes a moment to adjust and get acclimated, and that's what this whole period was this week, was just getting adjusted to the new routine and getting acclimated to this new position. So I'm very much looking forward to next week where things will be just a little bit simpler and the flow will be a little bit more flowing. So that's kind of what I've been up to this week as well. So if you caught my video, I told you that I was going to tell you how I made my pork shoulder, and I told you that if you needed some ideas for some wonderful recipes, that I was going to give you the recipe on how we did that. So let's get started into that. So we went to H-E-B's several months ago and we bought 4 pork shoulders that we've just been keeping in our deep freezer. And every once in a while we'll pull one out and we can get 2 or 3 meals out of it. So that is what we did last week. We pulled it out about 3 days before we were going to eat it because it took about 3 days for it to completely thaw out. So here are the steps. So let's go over what we did. First of all, we had to thaw the pork shoulder, and then we place the pork shoulder in the pressure cooker. If you do not have a pressure cooker, I suggest you get one because as a carnivore, it has definitely saved us a lot of time and a lot of time in the kitchen. So then we added 2 cups of water and 1 stick of butter, and of course you need to add salt. We pressure cooked for 1 hour, and then after 1 hour, we cut the pork shoulder into quarters. I wanted to make sure the inside is done. We want to make sure our meat is done because we definitely don't want to get sick. Replace the pork shoulder and cook for another hour, and then check the pork shoulder and shred the meat. Once you have shredded the meat, we replace the pork shoulder, and then we cooked it for 1 more hour. In total, we cooked it for a total of 3 hours. After 3 hours, we plated it, we added more salt. If you need it, add more salt. If not, then don't. And then of course, we scrambled up some eggs, and then we had some nice pieces of cheese to go along with it. So that is what we did. The reason why we ended up cooking this pork shoulder for 3 hours is because it was 8 pounds. Of course, if you bought a 6 pound, a 5 pound, or 4 pound, you will need to adjust your time accordingly. But because this was so massive, it took about 3 hours for it to be cooked thoroughly. All right, so it was amazing. Not only did we have it for dinner, I took some for lunch, had some when I came home that afternoon, and then of course we ate it for dinner. So we got about 4 meals out of it. So it's definitely worth it. If you have an HEB near you, definitely check them out because we were running a lot of specials and we got 4 of them that day. So I also told you that I am going to start working on my problem area, and my problem area is definitely my arms. I need to work on the back of my arms. I notice that I have a lot of loose skin, and we all have problem areas, and mine just happened to be on my arms. So I told you that I was going to buy some arm weights, and I'm not a person that really goes online and order things. I'm the kind of person, I want to see it, I want to feel it, I want to hold it and make sure that it's going to be something that works for me. Guess you can call me old school. So after about 3 Walmarts, I found these arm weights, and I did splurge. I was going to go to Five Below and just spend about $5, but I splurged, and these were $20. And the brand is Pop Sugar. So these are really, really cute. And I just want to show you kind of what they look like. They look like little bracelets, and they're very stretchy. And actually, I don't have to even undo them because my wrist just kind of fits right into them. So you can put them on. It's cute and stylish. And I'll get the other one out. And the weight I bought was, I bought 1.5 pounds. And the reason is after I get comfortable where I'm at, then I will hopefully after Christmas go up to 2 pounds. But I'm going to start where I feel most comfortable. I don't want to overdo it. Like I said, I just want to tone. So Pop Sugar, $20 at Walmart. I think they're not only cute, but they'll get the job done. Okay, so if you have any more questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section, and we'll go, and I'll be more than happy to direct you where to go. But of course, they're at Walmart. The next thing I did is I bought this water bottle. I did buy this from Five Below. Nothing fancy. It's $5. Something happens to it, it gets lost, it gets torn up. It's just $5. So this is really, really cute. Go to Five Below to get your water bottle. That is my water bottle for the season. So let's go into my simple arm workout routine that I want to do. So if you need ideas, this is kind of where you can start. So tricep dips, use a chair, something sturdy, raise and lower your body on your hands while bending your arms. 3 reps of 10 is what I plan on doing. Bicep curls, use 1 weight or you can use 2, and raise arm towards your shoulders, keeping your elbows bent. Do 3 reps of 10. And then the last one was tricep extensions. Raise your arms above your head and make sure that you keep your back straight. 3 reps of 10 as well. Make sure that if you're going to do these, make sure that you stretch and make sure you do what you can do. Do what you can do where you are at. Arm circles, if you don't have weights, you can arm circles, extend your arms to the sides and make small circles. This will tone up your shoulders. And then of course, the tricep kickbacks. Stand with your feet hip width apart, extend your arms behind you while in a bent position, and this will work out your triceps. Like I said, make sure that you stay safe, make sure that you stretch before starting any exercise, and make sure you can do what you can do. If you can't do 3 reps of 10, but you can do 2 reps of 10, then do that. If you can do 3 reps of 5, then do that. Do what you can do. You're not in a competition with anyone other than yourself. So let me go ahead and give you some helpful tips that I can give you and that can kind of point you in a direction, especially if you are new to carnivore, or hey, even if you've been on carnivore for a while. You need to make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. You can actually go on Google and type in your weight and your height and how much water you should be drinking on a daily, and it will tell you. So if you don't know how much water you should be drinking, do a quick Google search. Okay, the next helpful tip is to make sure that you're taking enough salt, potassium, and magnesium. That is how you're going to keep your body hydrated. That's what's going to give you energy. That's what's going to keep you from getting cramps. If you notice that you're having a lot of tingling in your feet, or you're getting what I call Charlie horses in the middle of the night or during the day, then you are lacking in one of those areas, and you need to make sure that you are getting enough salt, enough potassium, and enough magnesium. I told you in last year's video that every day I would wake up, I would do a salt and potassium shot. Basically, what that was is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of potassium. I would add a little bit of water, stir it, and drink it. And then in the evening before bed, I would take magnesium. If you're interested in knowing the magnesium that I take, you can actually message me and I'll get back to you on that. Magnesium is also very calming, so it's really good before bedtime. Another thing is you need to make sure that you are being physically active. It is recommended that you stay active 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. Whether it's jogging, running, lifting weights, kayaking, hiking, whatever it is that you enjoy. Get up, get off the couch, get out of the house, and get physical. The next thing you need to do is you need to go outside. We all need vitamin D. Vitamin D is good for our hair, our skin, our nails. It is good for our body. Put on your sunscreen and go sit outside for just a few minutes every day. Take a few deep breaths. You will feel so much better. You need to make sure that you are getting plenty of rest. When we are tired, our body feels ran down, we need to rest. That is our body's way of rejuvenating, recuperating, resetting, and also healing. Do not rest too much, but make sure you are getting enough. Be consistent. If you're going to say you're going to do something, then do it. Be consistent each and every day, each and every week, and you will definitely see results. If you don't stay consistent, you will never see results. And the last thing is just be happy. Be happy. There is something to be happy about each and every day. Pat yourself on the back. Say positive words. You're doing a great job. You've got this. The more positivity you put out into the universe, the more positivity you will get back. So be happy no matter what. If you can just follow these helpful tips, you will be successful on Carnivore. So before I wrap things up, I just want to end it with a quote of the day. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. And that was written by Jim Rohn. If you don't know who he is, I highly recommend you go watch some of his videos because he's an amazing speaker. But let me tell you a little bit about motivation. When I started Carnivore, I sat down, I wrote a small list, well, actually a large list of reasons why I wanted to do Carnivore. Sit down, write down what is motivating you to make these changes. Maybe you're tired of having high blood pressure. Maybe you're tired of being achy. Maybe you're tired of your skin being saggy. Maybe you're just tired of being tired. Whatever it is that is motivating you to make these changes, write them down and put them on your refrigerator so you can see them every single day. And a habit is what keeps you going. You have to change your bad habits and start incorporating new habits. If you keep thinking I'm going to go in this mindset and I'm going to change the way that I eat and I'm going to do this, but I'm going to continue to have bad habits, it's pointless. You have to kick out of the bad habits and start incorporating new habits. And you can do it. You can do anything that you put your mind to. So motivation is what gets you started, and habit is what keeps you going. You can do it. I'm not going to say that Carnivore is easy. It's definitely a mind over matter. But once you make your mind up, you can do anything you want to do. You can achieve anything you want to achieve. I've been on Carnivore for over a year, and there are days where it's a roller coaster, but I just remember my why and I just keep going. So if you have any questions or you have any comments, please be sure to leave it in the comment section. I would love to help you. That is the reason why I started this channel, is not only to keep myself accountable and to help myself to be the better version of me, but to also help any of you who may be struggling with the same things that I am struggling with. Tell me about what you've been doing, where you started in Carnivore, and what some of your motivations are, and let's get the conversation started in the comments section. I just want to say I want y'all to all have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Priscilla. This is the Carnivore Journey. Until I see you again, bye.